Ryan Steinecker with Glenn Smith, Athletic Director at Rich High School. And Glenn, as always, appreciate your time. State tournament for the girls last week. How'd you feel about the overall tournament performance for Rich Lady Rebels?
I thought they played well, especially that first night against Wayne. They played really good to be a very good Wayne team.
Do you think that having that play-in game and traveling the day before, getting a little time on the court, but not, especially for the varsity starters, they only played 3 or 4 minutes. Was that helpful for the team?
I don't think it hurt the team, and probably was a little bit helpful. Maybe got a little of the nervousness out the first day instead of waiting until the next day to get it out.
And they came out hot, fired up, and played a great game against the Badgers, and I think that's what they needed to get the win.
Yeah, and they shot the ball well, played good defense, forced Wayne into some bad shots, rebounded the ball extremely well, limited Wayne to 1 shot, most of the time. And so I thought they played an excellent game against Wayne.
At that point, they had the spirits were high. They had high hopes, and then it's a tough, heartbreaking loss against Monticello the next day. They had to bounce back. How tough is that bounce back game to stay and keep playing and try to win on Friday against St. Joseph?
It is hard for them because they're disappointed because they wanted to win that game and move on to the next level and felt like that they should have and could have done that. And so, that's a tough game to come back and play, but the girls came back and were able to beat St. Joseph's.
I thought they struggled a bit again in the second half against St. Joseph, but they did what they had to win. And then their final game against Tinnick, they looked pretty good.
Yeah, they played well against Tinnick. A little bit of a slow start, but once they got going, they didn't have any problems with Tinnick. So that was a solid win for them also.
It couldn't have been just me. It felt like we were in Richfield all week long.
Yeah, we were there for a long time, and there's only so many things to do in Richfield, so it was, it was a long week, but congratulations to the girls because they did well.
I know it's not athletics, but it was so fun to have the band there playing the songs and singing and just adding to the atmosphere. Of course, the cheerleaders were there. A lot of parents and fans came down as well. It was a fun week.
Yeah, it was. The band did an excellent job. Even the other teams that were there, I think they enjoyed the band. I saw a few of the other teams kind of getting into the music when they were playing. So it was fun for the band to play. And like you said, it was a good atmosphere, and we had a lot of support for the kids. So it was a good, solid week for the Rebels.
5th place finish at state tournament, and the final record, I think, for the girls was 20-8 this season.
Yeah, so they did, they had a successful season. It was a good season, and, with a couple different plays, and they could have been right there playing in the semis. So that was a good, solid tournament. Looking at the teams in the tournament, it was the top 6 teams. You played the tournament again, and you may get a different champion. So, it was a fun weekend for the girls.
So wrestling's wrapped up. Drill team had their state competition. They took 5th place. The girls basketball, a 5th place finish. Well, we've got left is boys basketball. They were in action last week. Beat Altamont in region play on Friday. Do you know anything about that game?
They just said they took care of them. Just the score, they took care of them pretty easily and were able to win going away, it sounded like.
Final regular season game this Thursday, hosting the Duchesne Eagles. A win, and the Rebels take first in the region. A loss, and they go in second, right?
Yeah, so it's basically it's a winner take all, so it should be an exciting game.
Glenn, anything else you want to touch on?
No, just wish the boys basketball team good luck this week, and hopefully they play well.
Glenn Smith, Athletic Director at Rich High School, thanks so much for your time. It was a pleasure talking with you. Congratulations again to the Rich Lady Rebels. I thought they showed a lot of heart, the way they finished the tournament, the last 2 days, the wins, just a great group of girls, the way they battled, and it was a fun week, and sad to see the season come to an end.
Yeah, and like you said, a great bunch of girls, and congratulate them on their successful state tournament year.